If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I have struggled with the nitrous. I started off by doing everything right. Every safety, every precaution, every smart way, and time after time, those safeties had tripped me up. My dad has run nitrous on the street since the 80s, and all he ever had was a single button and a single plate kit. So through all of my talking and all of my reading and all of my research on the right way to set up a nitrous system, we have always butted heads because he has always just gone back to, all we need is a single momentary button on the steering wheel. When the wide open throttle switch refused to work during the Fat Man's race, I was finally ready. We bypassed all the safeties, we bypassed the wide open throttle switch, and went to a single button for the 250 shot right on the steering wheel. We made a few quick test hits on the street to make sure that the system worked that you saw in the last video, and I loaded up on a Friday night and went out to the track without telling most people I was going. I had one single mission, to finally run a 10-second pass before the winner. Normally I don't arm the system or turn on my line valve until after I'm done with the burnout and set up the line, but I turned everything on as I went into the burnout box. I was leaving nothing to chance. I tried to hit the button right off the line and it immediately hit the rev limiter. I wasn't sure what happened at first, but I didn't even let my hand off the button. I just shifted first to third and let it ride until about 800 feet when it hit the rev limiter in third gear and I let off. I knew it wasn't right, but nothing seemed hurt and I wanted to see if it at least was enough to go into the 10s. Seeing that 11.1 was disappointing, but the mile an hour was there, and I knew that if I just waited a little bit longer to hit the button, I should be able to at least make a 10-second pass. So I let the van cool down for a little bit, heated up the bottle, and went right back up to the staging lanes. Another factor that was working against me was that the rear tires were at 25 pounds, and I usually run them at 30 to 32, so that definitely wasn't helping because the track was hooking really good, but this is hot and dirty. Sitting in the staging lanes is frustrating enough as it is, but when you're laser focused on a goal and all you can do is sit there and watch your bottle temperature drop, it's really frustrating, especially when the guy in front of you has to push start his car. So my plan was to shift into second gear, hit the button, and run it out the back door, or at least until I ran out of motor. So it was ugly, it was rushed. I hit the rev limiter in the top of second gear, and I had to let off the nitrous around 800 feet because it was just too high RPM, but I finally got a 10-second time slip.